Hey there, welcome back to What's Your Take? Today we're going to talk about some NFL. We're going to talk about two teams. One team people actually might really care about. The other team, just a certain amount of fans don't really care. It's my show. I'm going to talk about my two favorite teams, the Chiefs and the Vikings. So let's get to the Chiefs game. The Chiefs are back. They're back. They, after the first 9 games of the season, even the games they would win, it was like they don't seem like the same old Chiefs, man. What's wrong with them? And honestly, you didn't know if they were gonna make the playoffs. They did not look like a playoff team. They looked like they were gonna go like 500 or just above 500. So they are back now, guys. Mahomes went 35 for 50 for 406 yards and 5 touchdowns. And most importantly, he didn't throw any interceptions and he didn't fumble the ball. He's looking like his old self again. Kelsey had 8 receptions for 119 yards, led everyone in yards for receptions. Tyreek Hill had 7 receptions for 83 yards, but scored 2 times. That's what we need. We need to get Hill the ball down on the goal line. And that's what Mahomes and the Chiefs offense did. They just ran all over the Raiders defense. Daniel Sorensen had 1 interception on the Chiefs defense, and the Chiefs defense actually showed up. They held the Raiders to 1 for 9 on third downs. 1 for 9. So the defense is looking okay. Not great, but hey, they won a Super Bowl with a good or okay defense. So that's all we need. We need the defense to be good enough, and we need the offense to be explosive like they've been before. The defense did hold the Raiders offense under 300 yards total offense, just barely 299, where the Chiefs had 516 yards of total offense. They're just looking good. They're at the top of their division. They're 6-4. This is where they could turn things around. Now it's only one game. They gotta play the Cowboys next week, and the Cowboys are looking really good. So the next game I want to talk about is the Vikings and the Chargers. The Vikings won 27-20. And this is a big game for the Vikings because if they would have lost this game, then 3-6 and look like we're gonna be a top draft pick team next year. But they pulled it out. Kirk Cousins, even though I'm not a big fan of Kirk Cousins, he went 25 for 37, 294 yards, 2 touchdowns. I will say this about Kirk Cousins. He definitely can put up the numbers. He can put up the yards. Some games he really doesn't throw many interceptions. Now, this year anyway, he doesn't feel like he throws too many interceptions. And just can he get the win? Get him in the offense, get it going, and actually win the game. And Cook, he had 24 carries, and 94 yards and 1 touchdown. It seems like when they get down the goal line, Cook cannot score. And, everyone knows we're going to give him the ball. He's our best offensive player. Or one of the best. Probably, I'd say, first or second best offensive player on our team. And, everyone knows we're going to give him the ball. It's like the offensive line can't push it in 2 or 1 more yard. But they're always keying on him. But he got a score today. So, he's looking good. But the guy that really showed up, that really came through for the Vikings offense is Justin Jefferson. This guy is a beast. He had 9 receptions for 143 yards. He was the key to the game. He looked awesome. And he really looked like our number 1 wide receiver. I love Adam Thielen. He's actually my favorite player on the team. But Justin Jefferson looked great. We got to get this guy the ball more. And Kirk Cousins did a good job at, get him in the ball after a while. I think in the second half, it was end of third, maybe start of the fourth quarter, something like that. They really just kept going to them, and we actually passed the ball decently, and we looked good. So, can the Vikings keep this up? The tight end, uh, also the tight end from the Vikings, Tyler Conklin, he had the 2 touchdowns that Cousins threw for. So, just good weapons. We have good weapons on offense. It's like, how are they 4-5 right now? They should be like at least 5-4 or 6-4 or whatever. But I don't know. It's just like, it's really confusing that the Vikings, they have all this really good talent on offense and on defense, but they just can't finish games. But this week they did finish the games. But the Vikings and the Chiefs are gonna have to prove they can do it on a consistent basis. The Vikings play the Packers next week. So like I said, the Vikings are 4-5. And the Packers are 8-2. Big game for the Vikings. I mean, this is their main rival, the Packers. And you have the advantage of being at home. So those are there's an advantage right there. Being at home. The other advantage is coming off a win. So did the Packers, obviously. But the Packers really didn't play good last week. They won 17-0 against the Seahawks, but it really should have been a closer game, I thought. So, or not a closer game, but more high-scoring game, really. Because you had Aaron Rodgers on one end, and then you had Russell Wilson on the other end. I know it's a team game, but still, you really thought this game was going to be more high-scoring. Kirk Cousins in big games is 7-31. 7-31. Aaron Rodgers against the Vikings for his career is 15-9-1. But Kirk Cousins, you gotta show up, man. This is big, big, big game. Even though you haven't even won 10 big games and you only won 7 of them, if you win this game, people won't care. The fans won't care because you beat the main rival, the Packers. And we're at home, man. So use that to your advantage. This is it. We need this game. And to get back to 500 and to get rolling. I don't know. I don't think the Vikings could win the division because the Packers are looking really good right now. And I mean, the Vikings aren't even 500 and the Packers have only lost like 2 games. But we could get a wild card and finish second with a good, strong record. And this game could make or break the Vikings season. So come on, Vikings. Come on, Kirk Cousins. I need you to come through for us and win this game. Now the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Like I said, the Cowboys are looking good. Last week, they beat the Falcons, and it's not much to say. The Falcons aren't the best team, really, this year. 43-3. But the Cowboys, they're one of the best teams in football right now. Maybe a top 5 team. Dak Prescott last week went 24 for 31, 296 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he's looking like I don't think he's top 5 MVP candidate, but definitely like maybe top 10 in there somewhere. Maybe top 5 if he keeps playing really well. But this is a big game for the Chiefs because can they do it consistently? Can they prove they are back by playing the same way they did against the Raiders and Mahomes having a great game? And we need to know, like, are the Chiefs really back? I feel like they are. That game against the Raiders, like I said, they looked like their old selves again. Finally, after the first 9 games, game 10, they finally look like themselves. But can they do it consistently against Cowboys? We'll just have to wait and see. Should be a great game. Vikings, Packers at 12. Then Cowboys, Chiefs at like 3:30. That's what you should be doing Sunday. Get on your couch, watch these 2 games. Gonna be a great Sunday. Can't wait. Now, I'm gonna talk about some teams that are supposed to be really good teams, but kind of fell off the deep end a little bit, not much. The last couple weeks, the Buccaneers lost to Washington 19-29. Buccaneers are 6-3, top of the NFC South right now. And the Rams, they got killed by the 49ers, 31-10. They're 7-3 and second in the NFC West. That honestly, I think, is the toughest division. You know, you got the Cardinals ahead of them, and I think both teams will make the playoffs. Both these teams are my pick to play in the NFC Championship. So I don't think that these teams are going to fall the deep end and they're not going to make the championship round. These teams are stacked. Buccaneers return all their players. The Rams have so much talent. Signing Von Miller, they got Aaron Donald, and they got Odell Beckham. Is Odell Beckham not going to fit in with these guys? I mean, he comes to the Rams when they play terrible, but I don't think that's going to happen. Matthew Stafford will get Odell Beckham the ball. Spread it out through all their wide receivers. Cooper Kupp. So, it's looking good too. So, I think both of these teams are too good to not, get a win this next week. So, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Alright, so that's the show for this week for the NFL. Stay tuned for another show on college football and then the NFL. Sunday, I might have a show right after the 3 o'clock games and give you my takes on those games. Thanks for watching. What's your take?